ninjas? Welcome to Yoga with DojoKat. Today we're in a different location. This is my living room, welcome. We're changing it up today because every time I have time to film, there's that big old sunspot on the floor and I'm already blindingly white as it is. I don't need the sun bouncing off my skin so that you guys can't see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna film here today. If you like this space better, let me know in the comments and we can just keep filming here. It's gonna be a 10-minute yoga flow for strength and mobility to energize you and get you ready for the day. So let's get into it. So we are going to begin in this cross-legged position, balancing our weight out in between our sit bones. If this isn't comfortable for you, feel free to come onto your knees. And we're just going to place one hand on our heart and one hand on our stomach and just take 3 cleansing breaths just to set our intention for this flow and for the day. All right, so if you like, you can join me in closing your eyes, and when you're ready, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Beautiful work. You can blink your eyes open, and when you are ready to get into our flow here, inhale, those hands to the sky, and exhale, bend over to the right, take your gaze up to that left elbow. Inhale back to center, exhale to the left. Inhale center, exhale, twisting over that right shoulder, placing the left hand on that right knee. Inhale your hands to the sky, and exhale, twisting to the left. Come back to center. We're gonna sweep our hands behind our back, interlock our fingers, and pull the shoulders open. And release your shoulders, take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, crawling your hands forward as much as you can. Beautiful, you can release that fold. We're going to come onto our knees into a tabletop position. Sorry, anybody. Placing your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna do a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the chin. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away from you. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. And you can keep going in a regular cat-cow if you like. If you'd like to join me for some spinal waves, we're just gonna take our hands in front of our shoulders. And then we're gonna inhale, drop our hips down to our heels. Exhale, round into cat, bringing the shoulders over top of the wrists. And we'll do one more round. Beautiful. Curl your toes, and we're gonna press our hips to the sky in the downward facing dog. If you need to find some movement here by pedaling out your feet or rocking up on your tiptoes, or if you just need a moment of stillness, you can meet me here. Just make sure that you're relaxing your neck in between your biceps. And we're gonna crawl our hands towards our feet and tuck our hands into our elbows and just let your top half hang. We're just gonna ragdoll here and sway side to side for a couple of breaths. Release your arms from your elbows. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, bend to the knees. Meet me in chair pose. Tuck your tailbone underneath. You should be able to lift your toes up and give them a little wiggle. And release back into a forward fold. This time you can just let your hands hang under your shoulders. And we'll crawl our hands forward and meet back in our downward facing dog. Roll your body forward, bringing your shoulders above your wrists for plank. And we'll shift forward a couple inches and drop down into our chaturanga. Uncurl your toes. And then inhale, lifting into a cobra or an upward facing dog, whatever you feel like you need today. And curl your toes, lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Getting a lot of movement in our short amount of time. Holding your intention in your mind, energizing yourself for the rest of the day. Bend your knees, take your gaze forward, hop, step, or float to the top of your mat and meet in our forward fold again. Place one hand at center, bend your left knee, straighten your right, deep breath in. Exhale, lift that left arm to the sky. And release. You're gonna put that left hand at center, bend the right leg, straighten the left, inhale. And exhale, lift that right arm to the sky. Release that twist, inhale, halfway lift, hands on your shins, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. And when you get to the top, you're gonna roll your shoulders up and down away from your ears for our mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Placing our weight into that left foot. We're gonna step back with that right foot into a crescent lunge. Pivot that back foot, bring those arms parallel for warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg, shift forward, drop that hand to the shin for our triangle pose. And reverse your triangle, keep that front leg straight, lifting that left arm to the sky, getting a beautiful stretch in that side body. Coming back into that warrior two, bringing those hands to the hips. We're gonna turn our hips to the wide part of our mat, keeping those toes at that nice 45-degree angle. Hands to the sky, and exhale, sit into our goddess squat. One more breath. We are gonna take that little mini flow to our other side. So you can bring your hands to your hips, and we're gonna pivot towards the back of our mat so that our right leg is in front of us now and our left leg is behind us. And then inhale those hands to the sky for a crescent lunge on that right side. Bring those arms parallel and pivot that back foot so that it's parallel to the back of that mat. Warrior two. Straighten that front leg, shift forward, drop the right hand to the shin, take your gaze up to that left hand. Reverse your triangle, wrapping that left arm behind that lower back, extending that right arm to the sky. Release that reverse knee back in warrior two. Turn your hips towards that wide part of your mat, bringing your toes with you so they're the back at that 45-degree angles. And I just want you to think about reaching your fingertips for our 5-pointed star. Trying to create length in between your fingertips, the crown of your head, all the way out to your toes. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna tiptoe our feet in so that they're just a little wider than hip distance apart, keeping our toes at that nice 45-degree angle, and we're gonna sink all the way down into our little yogi squat. Again, just like our chair pose, you should be able to wiggle your toes. Weight is in your heels and keep a nice straight spine. Beautiful. You can take your hands behind you and sit your bum on the mat. I'm going to turn towards the short part of my mat, and we'll meet in our boat pose. So whatever variation that you feel you need, you can take it. If you need to keep your heels on the mat and just lean back until your core engages. If you want to bring your legs parallel and open your palms up to the sky. Or to challenge yourself, straighten your legs. Ooh, I'm shaking. And release your heels down to the mat. And we're gonna roll down onto our spine. Just really slow, one vertebrae at a time. Get that core burning a little bit. Beautiful. Bring your arms out into a T or cactus pose if you don't have the space. And bring your knees up to your chest. Drop them over to the right. Take your gaze over that left shoulder. Come back to center. Deep breath in. Exhale. Drop your knees over to the left. Take your gaze over to the right. And you can come back to center. We're going to let our heels come back to the mat. And just bring the soles of your feet together and let gravity open up your legs. And again, we're gonna go back to those nice deep breaths. So you can bring your hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And we're gonna inhale through the nose, deepest breath that you've taken all day. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let go of any tension, let your muscles soften. One more time, inhale and exhale. Beautiful work. You can take those hands and guide your legs back together and come back into a comfortable seated position. If you need more time for Shavasana, please go ahead and take it. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this really short yoga flow. I hope you're feeling strong and energized right now and that you're ready to take on the day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you in my little dojo. Great work for showing up for yourself today. You are worth this time. I will see you guys next time. Os.